All right, y'all, we back for another video. Once again, it's still Tyrus D, day to day. It's my brother. Rest in peace. Rest in heaven. Rest in power. You know, long live Tyrus D. All that stuff, man. I think my brother would be proud of me for doing this, stepping out, you know, of my comfort zone and making these videos. That's something he will always tell me, push me to do. Like, yo, like Tyson, you gotta step outside the box, man, and just don't be afraid. Just get out there and do it. So, brother Tyrus D, I love you, appreciate you, man, for always believing in me and everything I wanted to do. Man, I know you looking down on me. You will be proud of the work I'm doing right now and trying to spread my message to the people. I'm not rapping, but I feel like I'm spreading a message to the people, and everything is cool, man. Everything is good, and with this channel, we're just gonna grow from there. So check it out, y'all. Now we got that out the way. Let's talk. So look, this video, I want to talk about something, and it's gonna be a little controversial. We talking threesomes, threesomes. Now, I know I'm a married man. I'm not supposed to talk about threesomes, but I am going to talk about threesomes because people in this world have had threesomes. Now, myself, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have not had a threesome. I know. I have not had a threesome. But I had about two opportunities, two to three opportunities. I say 2 to 3. I had about 3 opportunities to have a threesome, y'all. Three opportunities in my life. Before I was married, I could have had a threesome. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. The women I was dealing with at the time, they didn't want to share me. It was like, I ain't finna, hell nah, I ain't finna do that. I don't want to share you. I'm gonna keep you all to myself. I was like, damn, really? Yeah, but nah. Straight up, yeah, that's my threesome story from my own personal self. But y'all know when I talk about things on my channel, when it comes to relationships and things like that, I always talk about things that I've been through or things that people that I know been through, and that's what we talk about on my YouTube channel. So even though I haven't personally had a threesome, I know people who have had a threesome. So we talking about it today on this on my Tyrus D day, which I ain't trying to, Tyrus D, man, I ain't trying to, you know, talk about that on your day, man. But we got to get the people what we want. I haven't been there a few days, y'all. I went to the state fair. Me, my wife, my son, we went to the state fair in Dallas, Texas. Anybody who don't know about the state fair, it's in Dallas, Texas. It's an annual fair, state fair. It's like so basically it's a big carnival. It got a lot of rides for the kids, a lot of good food, games. It's just a real big, basically a real large carnival. But they call it a state fair. And people come all around from the United States. They come to the state fair. It's all month of October. So if anybody want to do something with the kids, if y'all love carnivals, things like that, y'all go to the state fair in Dallas one time. I actually got a hotel by downtown because it's kind of close to downtown area in Dallas. I got a hotel for us, man. We had a good time. My son loved it. We rode some rides, some roller coaster rides and stuff like that. Man, he loved it. So I encourage y'all, man. If y'all ever in Dallas in October, go to the state fair. Have your money. It's a little expensive. The park, the food, you know, the rides and stuff, a little expensive. Just set some money to the side by that. But you will have a good time, y'all. It's dope. But anyway, check it out. Back to what we're talking about. So I just want to tell you that's the reason why I haven't done videos in a while. I just was you know, spending time with my son and my wife and stuff. So, but we back on it. I'm back consistent, y'all. So check it out. Back to the threesome stories, y'all. So listen. Now, when I consider threesomes, y'all, I consider threesomes as a man and 2 women. That's what me personally, what I consider a threesome. If it's 2 men and a woman, I don't consider that threesome. I don't even try to think about that, right? I don't even try to think about that. Now, Some women might, some women might be turned on by that. I don't know. I can't really, I'm used to threesomes as two women and one man. So I'm gonna stick with that. Cause cause sometimes it could be a man and a woman, and then the other dude could be sitting waiting, and then he come in. So that ain't really a threesome. Like if he step out the way, that's kind of like a train. Like y'all do, that's like a little mini train. It's like two people and a woman. But anyway, y'all, but if it's two men and a woman, that's something. I guess it's a threesome, but that's some old, porno stuff. I guess I don't know, y'all. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking when I say threesome, I'm talking about one man, two women, right? So check it out. Even though I haven't personally had a threesome, now I'm not saying I regret it. Like I'm like, yo, I done got married now. I regret it. I should have. Like I used to think about like, damn man, like what if I would have had that threesome? At least like that'd be something I could kick off my bucket list, right? It's not a big deal for me, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like it ain't like it's not like a fantasy. It's a thought. But it's not really a fantasy, you know what I mean? But I would have just seen like what it would have been, But it's cool. I'm married. My wife satisfied me. Like I'm like we good, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't come at her about no shit. She ain't finna do no shit like that. But I wouldn't come at her with no shit like that, y'all. But and she know that, baby. You watching, you know that. But and I'm good. But in my younger days, I could have had the opportunity in my way younger days, but I ain't, like I said, women ain't want to share me. One opportunity I could have had, but I was about 20 years old. It was an older female. She was like, it was like a spur of the moment. One thing about threesomes, y'all, a lot of times with threesomes, it kind of be like, it ain't really nothing you kind of plan for a lot of the times. I mean, it's times you can plan for it, but a lot of times you really ain't playing for it. It's just something, the opportunity just present itself. And you got to be ready right then and there. You got to be ready. Like, oh shit. And at the time, I wasn't ready at the time. Not down there. That ain't the issue with the issue. It's just, I wasn't mentally prepared because I was just dealing with her. So she hit me with it and I thought she was playing. I didn't know she was serious. And then after the opportunity was gone and she was like, well, okay, that's cool. You didn't want to. But because a homegirl had came over. I thought she was just playing. I did not know she was serious. And then when I found out she was serious, I said, yo, well, let's try to set it up. She was like, nah, it's over with. Like, you passed the opportunity, yo. So that was the first opportunity. And the other opportunity, it was a situation I could have, but yeah, it was like, I thought about it, but I ain't gonna share you, So I just didn't worry about it, y'all. It's all good. It ain't no big deal. But now, let me talk about people I know who had threesomes in their relationship. So do threesomes save relationships? That's the title of this video. Do threesomes save relationships? Let me tell y'all of the experiences that I have from people that I know. So it's not my own experience, it's just people I know. So I had a homegirl who was dating this guy. She would give him a threesome every year on his birthday. Every year on his birthday. I don't know how she didn't really go into too much of details, but she say, she would, I guess they would go out, they would try to find somebody or whoever they had linked up. I don't know. She didn't give me the specifics, but she used to tell me like when they was dating, she would give him a threesome every year for his birthday. And I'm like, damn, I was sitting there, I was like, damn, every year, right? But check this out. Even though she would give him a threesome every year for his birthday, the brother still cheated on her. He still cheated on her. So even giving him a threesome every year on his birthday, he still cheated. So I'm not trying to laugh at my homegirl, but I'm saying like that go to show you like the threesome don't necessarily be like, yo, this gonna save the relationship. Like the relationship is saved because of a threesome. Cause look at that. She was like, yo, but then again, my homegirl is like deals with women sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's for her man, but it's also for her own pleasure too. So and a lot of times threesomes, it kind of be like that. You'll think like, okay, the woman just doing this for the man because the man recommended. Fellas, ladies, you know the truth. Fellas, I'm gonna talk to you on this for a second. It ain't you, fellas. You ain't just the player type. It's only a special type of dude that can have it lined up like that. But even then, it's really the woman. If the woman can set it all up and have it right, it's the woman. Like, she mostly choose the woman. A lot of times that I know of, that the brother might choose the woman, but I don't know. Nine times out of 10, when a woman chooses the woman, it always work out for the best, because that woman got to get to know the female, or she know her and she's comfortable with her, because different people got different smells about them, odors, like I said, smells, odors, whatever. They got to know they clean. So if the woman usually like to deal with a woman that she know of, for the most part, like I say, things is always exception to the rules, but for the most part, it's always a woman that they comfortable with, that they don't mind doing this for, doing this with. And so, so that was that one situation. Now, I do know a situation that, a brother and his wife are married, and they was finding a marriage. They went to a swingers club, and swingers party or whatever, party club, whatnot. They went to a swingers club, swingers party. The woman got turned out and started messing with other women. They had a threesome, and then the woman started going out with women. Now, to his understanding is, he didn't know, she never had a woman experience to his knowledge, and they've been married for years, got kids, and so him and his wife going through divorce as we speak, and she, dealing with other women right now. Now, so let me say this: when you in a relationship and you open up your relationship to a threesome, you got to remember, you're opening up Pandora's box, y'all. This is Pandora's box you open up. When you open that Pandora's box to another person add into your relationship, you got to understand what comes with that. You bringing on another person that's attached to your relationship, and one way or another, they are one with you. Even though you could be like, it's a sexual thing, you don't know what can happen outside of that. I know situations to where a threesome happened between, when I'm talking about threesome, I always say a man and two women, right? I've seen situations where the woman be like, okay, all right, I know a situation, I'm sorry, that the woman be like, okay, look, we got this other woman, we do the threesome, we done, right? But then the man tries to go behind his girl's back and try to get with the woman that they did the threesome with. Now, this is the problem, because men, I want ladies to understand this. Even if you give us men the threesome, men, we get greedy. We like, okay, well, if I'm getting a threesome, God, look at it. That opens the door for me to go try to get the woman, because we already had it before together. I can try to get her on the side or whatever, which I know ladies like, why men do that? Like, we could talk about it and then we can make it work. But then your woman would be like, look, threesome is like special occasions. We could do this, but this ain't gonna be no regular thing. Brothers, as men, sometimes we get greedy. We'll get the threesome, and then brothers will get greedy, like, all right, I'm gonna try to do something else. Or they try to go with mess with other women, and then it's to a woman's eyes, you cheating, but in a man's house, we like, well, we did a threesome, I had another woman before, it really ain't cheating if I try to go with the same female or go talk to a whole other female on the side. So that's something that plays into the part too, ladies. Like when you give your man that threesome, and brothers, you know what I'm talking about. Men will get greedy. Like it is in men's nature to want to have more than one woman. It is that, it is that. Like, if you think about it, it's in biblical times. Biblical times, men in other countries, men got other wives, more than one wife. In biblical times, back in the Old Testament days, men had more than one wife. You know what I mean? So the New Testament, it changed when the death of Jesus Christ. And the New Testament, it changed where you're supposed to only have one wife. But majority of the times, men had more than one wife. So it's in a man's nature to want to have more than one woman sexually. So yes, men will get greedy in a threesome. So my thing is this, ladies, when it come to and fellas, ladies right now, when it come to threesomes, I just want the ladies to understand, when you open that, when you give your man that threesome, it opens up Pandora's box. Even though you might be into women too, you might be both ways with men and women, but it does open up that Pandora's box to where your man can feel so comfortable that he can, possibly get with the other female behind your back, or get with other women behind your back. Oh, because it makes us men, we feel too comfortable. And also too, fellas, you think it's all good too. You like, okay, I got the threesome with my girl, but then your girl could like it with the other female, and then they could go together. You never know. Like the situation I just told y'all about. A married couple, they divorced and got 2 kids. They was okay until they did the swingers club. So that's one situation that could happen. We gotta, if we're gonna talk about the fantasy and the good part about the threesome, you talk about the pros, you gotta talk about the cons of having a threesome. And that is the con. Like it could destroy your relationship. It brings another energy into your relationship that can come in and just fuck it all up. Because at the end of the day, you bring the third person in, and the man could go to this person, or the woman could go to this person, or it could go outside of that person and go outward. So, that's something to think about when it comes to threesomes. There's some situations it can work. Like it can work threesomes that I'm understanding. I know a situation where threesomes, was work for the relationship, as long as everybody has an understanding of what it is. And I think that's the thing that women get mad about. Women like, listen, if we gonna do this, let me set the rules up. Let's have an understanding. But when brothers, we go outside of understanding, that's where it's wrong. That's where it's cheating. So it's about understanding with women. Brothers be like, brothers be like, well, damn, it don't make sense. But in a woman's mind, it makes sense. As long as we got understanding and it's honesty, we can have it. Same thing with being a polygamist. You know what I mean? Poly sisters, and poly relationships. I'm sorry, poly relationships. As long as there's understanding, then everything will be cool. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Do threesome save relationships? I just gave y'all 2 examples. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Do threesome save relationships? Would you do a threesome to save your relationship? If not, y'all tell me that too. But all I want to say is that it will open up Pandora's box. You just gotta be careful, But as long as y'all got an understanding, it could possibly work, And threesome might not be for everybody, You just gotta be careful. Sometimes it works for people, sometimes it don't. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe, like I always tell y'all. Peace and blessings. I'm out. Rest in peace, Tyrus D, man. I love you, bro. Miss you. And I mourn you till I join you. And that's what it is. Like and subscribe, y'all. I'm out.